again.
Back again for another one. How we doing today?
Doing pretty good, preparing for the week ahead of us. I got a lot of things moving and shaking behind the scenes. Uh, for sometimes I have to take a vacation just to catch up on other stuff. So it's never really a vacation, but it's going pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Good, man. Had an okay weekend. Got out for a run earlier, which I think I needed very much. Lot of shit going on this weekend. They had the water and air jet show in Chicago, so from like 10:30 to 3 p.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just jets, just like it's very loud, but it was pretty cool to see. I got on the roof and was watching a little bit, but yeah. But you talking about your week next week? You got your birthday coming up, huh?
Yeah. Got a birthday turning 47, and it's another day. Just another day for me. Got a couple meetings, maybe a birthday dinner or two. But
Very nice.
speaking of running, I've been at our place of employment. There's been talks about jumping on the bandwagon, doing a pickleball or a run club of some sorts. And I've been behind the scenes working on a little something with Strava. I know you're a Strava guy yourself. I like Apple health tracking, but been looking into Strava, like if we can do a company one. So, I have a collection of running shoes. Back when I was in shape, and I pulled a couple out. Try to do some running, and I'm like, man, these shoes feel weird. Like I don't get it. What's going on? And they're my size. I check, and I don't really know when or where I got these shoes, but I just had them. Some Hokas, right? I don't even know when the wave started. They just came out of nowhere. Like amazing technology, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and just Google all the numbers. Bro, I've been wearing women's shoes for like the past 6 months. I've been wearing women's Hokas for like 6 months. And it's like, I usually run with women. I'm not a by myself running, right? Like, you got to have a lady with you when you go running. That's just, it fits the aesthetic. And I'm like, bro, this whole time, they fit. So I'm like confused because it's like, wait, I thought, like, how could this be a woman's 11? I wear 11. When did women start wearing 11?
Damn.
Threw me off, bro. So I've been, my mind, I just been walking around in a daze the whole day. Like, for 6 months, I've been wearing, I'm trying to do the like fly colorway stuff. So it's like has some pink in it, some blue. And I'm like, bro, how does that happen? We got to investigate this. What type of design technology they got going on?
To your credit, I think like if you were, not to, and let's just say you just didn't look at the tag or something, the silhouette, it's like, I don't know, I could be wrong on this, but most Hoka shoes I've seen, they're kind of like unisex, like it can go both ways. I don't think I've seen like a masculine, super, male evident Hoka pair, but then that's funny. So are you gonna keep rocking with them or order some more or what?
My mind. I'm gonna order some more. Right? I'm gonna actually go in and like do the whole measurement thing. But like, bruh, my thing is like, how are these a woman's 11 and they fit? They're a little tight, a little narrow, but they fit. Like that is the most baffling thing to me. Like, cause I could have sworn like when it's a men's like 10 and a half or 11, it's like a woman's whatever, like a 9 or something. I don't know, bro. Shit threw me off. The audience, please comment down below. Am I insane? Should I have known this? what's happening, please hit us up. Hello at brickbrick.us. Let me know if I'm bugging, cause yeah, but yeah, man, that's my day today. Complete just reflection.
Nice, nice. But your note about Strava got me thinking, man. So something I shared a few days ago, the superpower.com, just got me thinking about like logging activities in healthcare. So this thing, Superpower, they launched last year, quote unquote, a new era of personal health, world's most advanced digital clinic to help you live longer, prevent disease, and feel your best. I think this is pretty cool. I think we're in the age of like appreciation for one's health and like bioengineering. And I think if the platform is very intuitive and gamified and very clear, information in front of you to understand, it's only going to win, I believe. And, you see some of these people invested some standouts, that I kind of noticed right off the bat. Ariel Zuckerberg, which is Zuckerberg's youngest sister, and Balaji, who's Coinbase's former CTO. So they got some real players in this. So we'll see what this can, turn out to be. But it just got me thinking when you mentioned Strava and like logging the activities and then creating groups, digitizing your health and your um, just monitoring your movement and how your body is behaving on a normal basis. I think the interest in that going forward in this digital world will only increase. So like, and I'm seeing like little things now where like I care about, logging my bike rides and runs in Strava. So I therefore can look back on, okay, how many miles did I bike for this year? Next year I want to top it, shit like that. But this is like allowing you to, create plans for yourself to improve on your physical health, find doctors in your area, monitor data involved with your heart rate. I mean, all types of shit, like action plans to get a certain thing you want to improve about yourself is pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. I just think that bioengineering and just like performance is going to be like the interest of one's well-being is only only going to go higher, I believe. So yeah, we'll see what this can turn into. I'm on the wait list. I'm like fucking 21,000. So I don't know if I'd ever see this, but yeah. What are your thoughts on like, I guess we've spoken about wearable tech in the past, but more so wearable tech that tracks your vitals. Like you can log, obviously, like iPhone or Apple OS has like the activities and stuff. Do you care about logging that information? Do you care about seeing that? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, yeah. I actually I mess with all this, and I'm kind of like, my Karl Marx mind still thinks like, damn, this is only for a select few, and that few includes us as well. This is definitely something that I'm down for. Like, when you go to their manifesto, the first thing they say is, healthcare is broken. And I definitely agree with that. So I think even for me, um, there's been times, I have health care, and I'm sick and I don't even know why, and the doctor can't figure out why. So being able to track your health, I think, is very important. And finding, customizing things that will better, your day to day, because not everything is for you, right? So this, of course, you know, makes me think of Brian Johnson, that guy from I forgot what he did, but he did something. I think he made Lincoln Bio or Linktree, or he made one of those companies he made, right? And he has that blueprint protocol, which is pretty detailed, and I've been thinking about like just testing it out for I'm not going to give him any money, but just testing out the free version of things he's outlined in that, just to see, how it works. I think this is the next frontier that we'll be getting into as far as technology. We kind of saw that with, these other wearables that we talked about in the past, but actually, those wearables don't. I think we both came to the conclusion, hey, we have an iPhone, so what the hell is the point of this? But if these wearables and things like this can go to that next level and start telling you, your BMI, your cholesterol, your gluten level, or your testosterone, all those type things, and you every day you're kind of biohacking to um, enhance that because productivity is becoming more and more important. Like the beginning of this, we're talking about running. Um, I'm gonna take a week off to work, right? Like I'm taking a week, like I take a week off to work on my side projects for work, right? So that's how important productivity is, and I think this is a lane that uh, we should, you know, well, I don't know if we should go down it, but I think it's the next frontier that people are gonna go down. So it's going to be interesting. I'm sure you're going to have to still send a swab of spit or something off to see, that tracking. That's going to be interesting to see. Like, do you send that in weekly, monthly? How do you how do you input that information and make sure it's correct? Um, on the Apple Watch, it like checks your like pulse or looks at your veins. Mine's always telling me my heart rate is insane for some reason. I don't know what I have going on, but you know, that's what I'm interested to see how this actually works in the real world for normal people.
Nice, yeah. And for those listening that want to read the manifesto that Melton mentioned, you go to superpower.com/manifesto. I like how, some of these questions, they're very much aware that when it comes to the topic of health, people are scared. People don't know where to look. These questions right in front of me. Where do I start? Who do I trust? How do I know what's going on inside my body? So they're presenting it, for as a problem, and this is a product that will swoop in to solve that problem. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. Plus, they got that branding, that sweet, sweet orange, man. We like that orange over at Brick by Brick, and moving along and following that orange around, man. Teenage engineering. Um, kind of a couple headlines here and there about their medieval campaign they pushed out. I know you mentioned teenage engineering in their products in a past ep, but yeah, just wanted to get your thoughts on this new release. It really looks like they're leaning into that medieval look, and something I think they've always done so well is they've just leveraged like nostalgia and product design with like I'm looking at some of their products right now. The TP7 field recorder is just done so well. It's so clean in terms of functionality. Like what you need is there and nothing else. It's perfect. The CM15 mic is just it's clean. It's super. I believe it finds that middle ground between like retro aesthetic and new age technology. So, uh, yeah. I mean, have you ever thought of purchasing, a product from them? And I guess if I were to ask, what would it be? Would it be a speaker or one of these? I mean, they got all kind of shit, man. I'm kind of diving into their product line here, but and then they got that sweet orange, man. It just looks so good. Oh, I didn't even know they're pushing out desks and all this other stuff. But yeah, why are they so? My question to you: why are they so like just what are they doing so well in establishing themselves as a player in the space, but also kind of like never losing sight of that feel and that nostalgia in their product design? What are they doing well?
I mean, their CEO and founder is a very interesting guy, say the least. He had a Figma talk a couple months back that I made sure to keep for the archives. Certain interviews you just gotta download it from YouTube and just keep. USB club. Just keep it for future motivations. Um, just brilliant, brilliant company. Um, it's they just really lean into all the design principles, keeping the simplicity, the whole Dieter Rams thing, the whole Braun style, and it from their products. And a buddy of mine here in Houston has one of these, and it just looks fun to make music, even if you're not into making music, right? It just has that look. It has just the maturity that I love in design. We deal with this all the time. In a recent project we worked on, a lot of times people want to be so over the top and they want to be so braggadocious, but keeping it simple, sleek, and it just is something that we don't see. It's everywhere, but we don't see often. Like we're both on MacBooks right now. We have iPhones or whatnot, and just the design of it, the simplicity, the smoothness, the corners, the bezel is it's just it's great. It's just overall great product that just makes anything they produce, it just looks like fun. Now this medieval joint here that they have, not really my aesthetic, right? But I'm sure they're going to get around to something that is. But it's just a beautiful piece, beautifully designed. um, it's just great, just it's just one of those things where it's kind of corny, but you want to cop one of these, go to the park with some headphones and just make something, right? There's speakers, uh, uh, just they're just cool, right? They're just dope. Definitely would just cop whatever, like that fill recorder, like bro, like that's just amazing. Just everything about it is just great. It's like futuristic and retro at the same time.
Yep. It's crazy how a product's design can influence. Like I've never been a journalist, but this product right here makes me want to purchase a field recorder and go interview people, right? Just because of how cool
Yeah.
it looks. So I think that, definitely has something to say with just product design, and it can really influence action, as to say, like, you can pick up a whole new trade or become interested in a whole new profession just because something's designed how it is. So yeah, no, that's great, man.
The microphone too, the field mic.
Mm.
The field mic is pretty great. This might we might have to cop a couple of these and do a brick unboxing of some sort, review, get on our Marquez Brownlee, and really look at some of these, man.
Yeah, man. No, that'd be cool. Uh, cool, man. Moving along, bro. I know. I don't. I know we sent this earlier, but so a whole neighborhood 3D printed over there in Georgetown, Texas. Robotic printer from Icon finishing the last few of 100 3D printed houses in Wolf Ranch, a community in Georgetown, Texas. This is crazy, man. So I remember seeing like a video about this initiative. I don't know. I'm not sure what the date on this. Let's just say a couple years back on social media, and I kind of laughed at it because like at that time, I'm guessing it's maybe a few years ago. Like 3D printers were just kind of like making the scene. Everybody wanted one to make like little gadgets and stuff, and little stuff you can make to make your personal life better. Whether it be at your desk, you're making like a little clasp and here and there. But to see this, a whole 3D printed neighborhood. Of course, it's happening in Texas. I couldn't put it anywhere else. Uh, this is pretty cool to see. I mean, apparently, it's going to bring a lot of efficiency to the market. Now, I'm not sure in terms of material and longevity if it's worth the investment versus you know cold hard concrete and wood and all that. But I just think it's like a sign of the times, like the 3D printing a house from the ground up is saving cost on employees and production costs. It's I don't know, man. Would you live in a 3D printed house?
Man, uh, I feel like I would. I wouldn't live in a 3D printed house here in Georgetown, Texas. For those who are not familiar, or you can pull it up on your maps, Georgetown is like outside. Wait, maybe I don't know where this place is. Isn't it like outside of Austin somewhere?
Correct. Yeah, it says it's about 30
Yeah,
miles from Austin.
yeah. I'm just not with that drive. North Austin is great. I lived in North Austin at one, time, but I'm not really into the like staying in the suburbs and have to drive in town. I just like to be in town. But in some other life, let's say I am living in the suburbs, I wouldn't mind. My question still would be like, is this house gonna like after a couple rainstorms is gonna start melting away? What is this material? Right? They look pretty cool. I mean, for the price range I'm seeing around 400 grand, 500 grand, it might be worth it. If you want to do that American dream life out in the boonies, yeah, it might be worth it for some people. Um, yeah, I'm more interested in seeing how like more realistic uh, uses of this. I want to see this, you know, I want to see this used maybe for mini homes. See this for commercial. I want to see this, for some maybe some apartments. We talked about biolithic design a couple episodes ago about mixing nature and spaces. I would love to see. I think Kanye was trying to do something like that some years ago, like trying to and out in Wyoming. He was trying to build like a neighborhood. Like I want to see some of that. Merging nature and this sustainable housing, because right now it's just a house, right? That's cool, but like throw a tree in the middle of that. Like what does solar power looks like? What does more windows looks like? What does it look like with maybe a pond in the middle of it? Like I'm interested to see the innovation being pushed a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I like that, and I think that'll come in due time. I do agree. I think it's like just from hearing about it, saving cost and energy, and it's eco friendly or whatever. But then again, like if we're talking building a house, I can't even think about even buying a house. I'm not there yet in my life, but in terms of buying the house, like you don't cut corners when you buy a house. So that being said, like if this is a solution to just a cost issue or whatever it may be, I'm not sure if it'd be worth the investment, because we're talking building a house from the ground up. A lot of people, this is like their forever home, or they're living there for a few years. So you just have to like weigh the cost, like if it's worth kind of saving the economy, or whatever, just for this little one case. But yeah, we'll see what that goes. I'd love to see it, like you're talking about. Let's say there's a movie being filmed, and they need to be a couple apartment buildings or houses done real quick, just to house the crew and the staff there. If the 3D printers can offer this speed factor and low on cost, with the notion of them being repurposed post filming, or even destroyed, that because the 3D printed costs so little, that's a different case. But in terms of like houses that will remain for decades to come, I'm curious to see a report on like what that looks like, and we'll see how long these houses last in this neighborhood. But yeah, and apparently they're looking out for the Texas heat. Apparently, like it's the walls provide strong insulation, and they're looking out there. So we'll see if the 3D printed walls can protect. So Cool, man. Well, let's close this episode out with our edition of recommendations. So I knew which one what I would recommend since last night, and I say that because my recommendation this episode will be VPNs. So, uh, as we all know, with rising costs of subscriptions, it seems like every quarter your Netflix or your Hulu, your Amazon Prime is going up another 5 bones, going up another 349. All that adds up. It went from $9.99. Now you're paying $17.49. Next year you're gonna pay $19.99. So on. It's just gonna keep going up. They keep getting more business. They're not. They don't care about you. They're gonna go up. So cut those costs, cancel those subscriptions, get a VPN, and just watch whatever you want, however you want, right? You know, we had the Olympics. Olympics are closing. We had the men's basketball USA take the gold last night, right? I don't have cable. I had to use a VPN and I can, watch it. You got other shit that is hosted across country. You need to drop your pin in there. Go ahead. My personal recommendation would be Surfshark. I've tried Nord, ExpressVPN. Those are solid too. Um, yeah, use a VPN to kind of maneuver around the web, be safe, and protect yourself.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna literally look that up right now. Surfshark. Okay, I need to get that. I'm not big on TV or anything in general, but I definitely need a VPN. I'm working on disappearing off like existence, well, digital existence. I'm real big into to that, so this is good. I'm definitely gonna. You gotta send me. You gotta send me if you got a referral code. You gotta send me that.
I may have that.
For sure. Yeah, send me that. And speaking of referral codes, so this morning after I realized I was wearing women's shoes, I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go to good old Whataburger and get me a taquito sausage and cheese with some picante sauce. I'm driving and I'm listening to this podcast from this guy we know. I'm not gonna say any names. I'm just listening to it, just so I can build my file on people. I gotta keep information going. So I'm listening to this pod, and right before I get uh to Whataburger, the guy starts dropping some gems. I'm like, God damn it, can't have goddamn Whataburger. I need to gotta go to the health store down the street. So I bust a U-turn, and the guy starts talking about this app, my recommendation, because I've tried to use this app before, and it was so good that I just couldn't deal with it. And the app he was talking about was Opal. It's about it's one of those time blocking apps that keeps you focused. Opal, great app. Just it lets you track the apps you're using, which apps are distracting you. Guys like us, we like a good design. I'm all about the design. Yes, it can be functional, but I want it to look good as well. And they have a iPhone and a Mac version of the app. So, Sunday, I'm like, I hit this guy up. I hit him up on Slack. He sends me the referral code. So, you send me a referral code. He sends me a referral code. It's all good. But yeah, maybe we'll put a referral code in the description, maybe. But so far, I've been using this app just for today, and I've gotten a lot of time back. And it also analyzed like the past month or so with apps, and I'm like on Twitter way too much. I didn't even realize it. I have a hard enough time logging into Instagram, so I guess all my time is spent on Twitter. So it's a great app. It really changed my thinking for the day. I was very focused on after I found out what type of idiot I was for what type of shoes I was wearing, I was just gonna just not be focused today. And getting that app and setting it up really changed my mind. It got me refocused on how I spent my time, what I'm paying attention to, what I'm not paying attention to, which led me to those shoes. So yeah, focus your time. Uh, if you need like a app that helps you focus, just go ahead and use it. You don't know what you could possibly get done. So that's my recommendation. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check that one out. I think that's a productivity hack that kind of goes underlooked. Like everybody wants to know what their app is to push stuff out or to take tasks or email calendar. But in terms of limiting distractions, I think that's a piece that kind of most people, myself included, isn't willing to recognize. Like yourself, like you called yourself out, like, damn, like this told me that I'm spending way too much time on XYZ and I need to reflect. Like that'll cause you, to reflect on it and be like, damn, like is that worth me giving that much time? I can have this, dedicated to doing something else. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely look into this because, I know in the past I've done shit like the Pomodoro timer and stuff, but I think I've been so reluctant to do something like this because I'm nervous as to see like, oh, it's gonna be revealing. Like you be on YouTube way too much or whatever it may be. I know I'll probably be, it'll say I'm on Twitter for an embarrassing amount of time. So just fucking reading tweets. So yeah, no, those are I think two great recommendations for this episode. So yeah, and we'll link these and throw them up. So I really like to hear that there's a Mac OS app too, and you don't have to like pull it up in browser. That wins me points or that wins them points. So cool.
That's
Well,
facts.
all right, man. This is a good app. Uh, another one down. What is this? 16, 17.
Yeah, I think 17th,
Yeah.
man.
Damn. Well, cool, man. Well, again, we'll post the links and everything and throw up screenshots of everything we mentioned. But yeah, till next week, we appreciate everyone's time tuning in on this fine Wednesday morning. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next week. Appreciate you.
Peace.